So first of all, I would like to again welcome you for coming, and then this is our very good friend, Brother Billy Tan. He has come quite frequently to the Philippines and has shared the Dharma and mindfulness with Philippine Insight Meditation Community. And today he has brought Venerable Bhante Sujatha to speak to us about dealing with anger. And I chose this topic because it resonates very well with me. And I think with the times that, the world is at a point where it's, a little bit, I think, shaky. And so there's, with all of these external influences, it's sometimes very difficult to keep our balance. And so I think that it's applicable to most of us who are either in the world or even quite possibly in a monastery, because even inside a monastery, you're still living with community. So it's something that we're dealing with, and yet with the practice of loving kindness, we're able to at least tone it down, or eventually be able to completely eliminate the hindrance, hopefully, as we awaken. So I would like to ask Brother Billy Tan to give us an introduction,
right.
A more detailed introduction. So please welcome Brother Billy.
Thank you. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, Bhante. I'm very happy to be here and to have the opportunity to have Bhante join us for the first time in the Philippines. Venerable Sujatha is actually from Sri Lanka originally, and he has moved to the US since about 15-20 years ago. Venerable Sujatha started as a monk at age 11 out of his own free choice, and since then he had been a monk and moved to a few countries. He went to Australia and then went to America 15-20 years ago. I think he'll give you a little bit of that story. And from there, he established what is today called the Blue Lotus Buddhist Temple and Meditation Center, which was originally a 110-year-old Catholic church. So maybe Bhante will share some stories there about how that happened. So Bhante has been traveling around the world teaching loving kindness, peace, and happiness to help people to learn how to rise above the conflicts. Like you said, all these conflicts and instability and changes that's going on, how we can rise above that through cultivation of our mind. So without further ado, I shall now hand the floor to Bhante.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Brother Vishnu. Thank you so much for inviting me this beautiful place this morning. So, a little bit about me, and so after I moved to Chicago, it was a very interesting experience. Before that, as you know, I became a monk at age 11. My parents didn't like it at all, and anyway I was fighting a couple of months to get the permission. So finally they granted me the permission. So my 11th birthday I became a Buddhist monk. So now almost 40 years I'm practicing as a monk. Sometimes people ask me, how did you decide to become a Buddhist monk at such a young age? I don't know why I did that. So anyway, after I become a monk, my teacher said I had to go through a 10-year training program. I used to live in a boot camp 10 years. It was like a military training. I had to wake up 4 in the morning, go to bed 9:30 at night, every day, same thing, boring. It is not fun at all as a kid. So after I graduated from the school, I left the country. I was in Australia for a while, and then I moved to Michigan, United States. I was working with Sri Lankan Buddhist community near Detroit. After working with them 5 years, Chan is from Sri Lanka, and we know about our culture very well. And so I felt I'm living in Sri Lanka, even I live in United States. I didn't have any opportunity to understand American culture. I didn't have that much opportunity to speak in English. When people come to the temple, everybody wants to speak in Sinhala, in our own language. Then they have their own culture. So I was serving them almost 5 years. One day I had the strong feeling, this is not the place for me. I had to find my own way. My deep heart says something to me. I don't know what it is. I made the decision. I had to leave this place. I had to find my own journey. So then I was looking for places. Then I found a place near Chicago, and husband and wife, 2 children, and family. They invited me to come and stay with them. Then I can go to school and learn English. So then I went to that house. I used to live with that husband and wife and 2 children. So those 2 children become my first English teachers. I learned from them. They are 3 and 4, 3 and actually 3 and 5. And so it was a very interesting time. I never used to live with a family before. Even I don't know about my family. First week it was so challenging for me because it is so loud. 2 children is a little bit loud sometimes, right? They are crying early morning, they are crying during the day, they are crying late night, and always their family is moving. Husband and wife, they are happy. Next 30 minutes they are unhappy, and again they are happy, and again they are unhappy. So however they are making their family, and in between there is a police mama. So I really love to clean. That's part of my practice. I love to organize and keep clean, like especially bathroom and kitchen. I cannot handle the messy part. So when they leave the house, I do cleaning and organize everything. When they come home, I make a meal, and it's my family now, right? Now they love me, and so because I'm doing very well with them. So one day, one of the church in the area, they called me and asked, why you don't come to our church and teach meditation? It's a Catholic church. I said, I know how to teach meditation, but it's so hard for me to teach meditation in English. I was kind of rejected. So then father said, don't worry, please come and join, I will help you. Anyway, being a Buddhist monk, sometimes very difficult to say no. I'm not trained to say no. So anyway, I said it, but my tone is not so strong enough, but he didn't accept it. So now being in America, I know how to say no very well, because American people train me. So I'm so good, I'm safe now. So anyway, 15 years ago I started my first meditation class with 3 people. I was scared to death, and they are curious. I'm nervous. They are staring at me. I don't know what to say or what to do. I just smiled, and they smiled at me, and I smiled again. And so back and forth we smiled to each other, and like 10 minutes. That's it. That's the first meditation.
Smiling meditation.
Yes, smiling meditation. So now Billy brother going to learn laughter yoga. So like that, I was smiling with them. So then I was so happy, and they left. They are not coming again for sure. I was imagining and I was thinking. And so then I felt so disappointed because I didn't do a good job. And so anyway, I talked to the father. I said, sorry father, and I cannot do this. I'm not the good candidate for you. Don't ask me again. And then he said, you know what? This is America. You have to find a way. Let's try one more time. So I said, I'm really sure nobody's coming because I didn't teach. But let's try one more time. So I said, okay. So then I was sitting there next day praying myself, these people don't show up. So my prayer didn't work at all. I saw the same 3 people sitting in front of me, and then I was thinking, what's wrong with these people? And so I didn't say anything or do anything. They are sitting in front of me. Now I had to say something and teach something. I smiled again and they did the same. I said few words. I cannot remember what I said. They like it. Now every Saturday morning I am teaching meditation to these people. So I was teaching 9 years at the church. 9 years later, church said we are going to sell the church. It is 150 years old. So it is very interesting. Then I said, I cannot purchase a church. I am a monk. I don't have money to buy a church. Then they said, no, let's try it. Then I announced to people, but one lady gave me a big donation, $100,000. So we purchased the building. Now we call the Blue Lotus Temple. This looks like a church. In this world we have lots of conflict because of the religions. So I changed that attitude. So it looks like a church. Of course, when people walk into the building, first thing they see 14 feet tall Jesus standing. Other side 9 feet tall Buddha standing. So that's a combination of the Blue Lotus Temple. People can call it church or the temple, it doesn't matter. So anyway, our legal entity is called Blue Lotus Temple. So because of that combination, people have really respect for that because it's a Catholic country and people really feel connected. 100% people, local community, having the Blue Lotus Temple. Some monks are from Sri Lanka and some are from America. We have like 7 monastics these days. And now we are doing 386 meditation classes per year, 1 hour classes. It's a very quite busy place. Now I am traveling all over the world and sharing this message about loving kindness and mindfulness practice, how to find happiness and joy in our everyday life. So that's my goal. Sometimes it's really difficult. Now next year I'm turning 50. So I'm considering now almost 15 years now I'm traveling non-stop. It is a hard job, but end of the day I feel happy, no regrets. And because even physical body is painful, sometimes my mind is very powerful. I feel I can do something for people. So before I come here, I was in Sri Lanka, then I was teaching in Dubai, and now I'm here 2 weeks. And so then I had to go back to Chicago, then I keep traveling. So that's my travel itinerary. And so per month, I'm doing 3 to 4 trips per month. It is quite too much, I think. So anyway, that's my life story. So this is my first time in Philippines. I already fall in love with Philippines. Filipinos are very nice and very kind. The good thing about them, so far they are smiling and talking and trying to help, and it's a great experience so far. So anyway, today you are here to learn about yourself. Okay, learn about yourself. Before I go to the title, I will go around it first. So when you do this meditation group, what is your name? Aini, right? Aini. You are the facilitator, right? You know this meditation group. So when you organize this meditation group, what is the purpose of this group? You can say meditation, a little bit descriptive. Why you are gathering here? What is your purpose?
Our purpose is to bring the Dharma.
Okay, there is the Dharma or Dharma.
And also we do meditate together. So when we meet, we meditate for 45 minutes. And then we currently are doing a book study on the introduction to the Buddha's teaching.
Okay, that's good. So you have any other purposes? Why you are here?
For liberation.
For liberation, right? Anything more?
Be myself.
Be yourself, wonderful. What else?
Manage stress.
Manage stress.
Stillness and community.
Yes, stillness and community. So now I'm living in the United States. My experience, people are so into meditation practice. Everybody wants to call themselves, I'm spiritual, I will be spiritual. So then they come to the temple, they love to go to retreats, 10-day, Vipassana retreat, and silent retreat. So many, it's become like a trend. Everybody likes it. And also, now I'm coming from a Buddhist country, Sri Lanka, now I'm living in the West, but Western people are really good to sit on a cushion, and they are really nice, maintained position is really good. But sometimes maybe Sri Lankan people are not that much good about it. But they are really tight and really considering, determined to do this. And also I see in United States, western part of the world, people really making commitment to their practice. And also I experience there are so many different addicts, right? Drug addicts, alcoholic, and different addicts. Now I found another new addicts. Don't misunderstand, meditation addicts. I call them meditation. Maybe you may think, why you say that? Meditation is a good thing? Of course it is a good thing. That's why we are here today, right? So, but I call meditation addicts. More than the meditation addicts, I like to call cushion addicts. Cushion addicts. People love to sit. People love to sit. It is really wonderful. Sitting meditation is really good. But I can see people are really attached to the sitting meditation, sitting on a cushion. So they think, how long I am sitting is very important to them. And sometimes the problem is people sitting many hours on the cushion, after they get out and walk away from the cushion, I don't see meditation practice. That's my disappointment. So people love to say, people love to call them spiritual, people love to call I'm studying and practicing Dhamma, but after they go away from that position, I don't see it. It is really sad, because people really think when I sit on a cushion and close my eyes for practicing meditation, then I'm doing good. Maybe that moment you are doing good. But how you are taking your teaching to everyday life. So real practice, when you do real practice, it is not sitting on the cushion. So this, when you are sitting on the cushion, we call meditation training. We are training ourselves. Real practice is when you walk away from the cushion and dealing with everyday life. Totally makes sense to you? So this place is very easy and comfortable place for you. Why? Everything is sad and very calm and very peaceful. But is this real? This is not real, right? This is not real. So if you are home, you are not sitting like this right now. You are doing a totally different thing. So what you have to understand, whatever you learn from here, if you can carry into your everyday life, that moment, how you are behaving yourself, how you are practicing, where is your loving kindness, where is your acceptance, then you can see you are doing very well. So I call this kind of place kind of not natural. I call this like a hospital. This is like a hospital. So we are here to take the treatments. After you get treatment, don't attach the hospital. You have to go out and make, do your treatments. And also, what is, when you are sitting on the cushion, what you are doing? Now sitting on the cushion, you call you are practicing meditation. What you are doing? Those are very practical. Sitting on the cushion, what you are doing? Anything you are doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
Just breathing.
Just breathing. Okay, good. Just breathing. What happens? Observing. Wonderful. Anything?
Sitting.
Sitting. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Puffing. Puffing.
Okay. Good. Be mindful. Yeah, be mindful. So, there is a word for meditation in Pali and Sanskrit language. Maybe you heard that word. What is the word? Samadhi, okay. There's another popular one. Huh? Start from B. Yes, bhavana, right? So we use the word bhavana. What it means? Bhavana. Literal meaning of the bhavana is a cultivation of the mind. Cultivation of the mind. But many people say it is meditation. Meditation. But cultivation of the mind make more sense to us. So sitting on a cushion, what we are doing, we are calming down our mind, then we are clarifying our mind, and then we try to see what happening in our mind. Then you can see our thoughts, then you can see our emotions, you can see whatever happening inside our mind. If something negative going, you can focus on that, then you can let it go. If something positive going, you can observe the same thing, understand from there, right? So, if you cannot cultivate your mind, you are not meditate at all. Most of the people, they call we are practicing meditation. I don't think that's a real meditation practice. What most of people do when they come to this kind of group, sitting and relaxing. Right? Understand? Sitting and relaxing. That moment when you come here, you feel good. So when you doing relaxation exercises every day, not just meditation, other exercises, how do you feel? Feel good. So when you feel good something, what you want to do? Keep it. And also you want to fantasize it. Oh, I feel good. Especially in America, people feel good. Oh, that's great, Bhante, and it feels so good. Whatever you feel good, what will happen? A little bit later.
Go away.
Huh?
You get attached.
You get attached to it, or
It goes away.
this goes away. Then what happens? Then you feel, oh my God, I lost it. You know, I'm not a good meditation practitioner. I cannot have it now. Oh, what happened? You know, I'm not focusing really well. Then you feel disappointed. So you have to understand, when you are relaxing your body and mind, the benefit is temporary. Benefit is temporary. You do yoga, anybody do yoga? Yeah. So when you do yoga, you feel very good. You know, at the end of the yoga session, we do shavasana. So we are laying on the yoga mat and breathe in and breathe out. You feel so good in that moment. Right after you're done savasana, you walk away. Then how you feel? Think about it. In the morning you do a wonderful meditation, relax, shavasana, yoga and everything. Then you go to work around 7:38. You are middle of the traffic. I've never seen such a traffic like in Philippines. And so from airport to the hotel is 12 kilometers, it took 2 hours. And so the day I come. So now think about, after you are leaving the house after meditation or yoga, now you are middle of the traffic. How do you deal with it? I know it is insane. But you know that awareness you created, it is not there sometimes. People are angry, people are honking to each other. People feel I will fly over, you know, people cannot. So that is the time you can see your true meditation practice. That is the time you can see your acceptance. That is the time you can see where you act. Does that totally make sense? So whatever you practice here, you are taking into your life. Otherwise, there is no connection with this meditation practice. One man said, always claiming, Bhante, I am practicing meditation, I started in my 60s. He's so proud to say it. You know, he's a good person. But one day, we had a big food event and at the temple. And so, wife came to me and said, Bhante, look. He called himself meditation practice. Look how he is eating. So I know he has a diabetic and all those things. And so, he doesn't have that discipline while he is eating. But he calls his meditation practice. He doesn't have time to see. He doesn't have the time to watch himself. So we have to be mindful about our thoughts, feelings, all the activities what we are doing as a meditation practice. Then connect into our everyday life. So Next thing I want to talk to you, when we have the thoughts during your meditation practice, what you are doing with them? Thoughts, feeling or emotions come to you during the meditation, what you are doing with them?
Let it pass.
Huh?
Just let it pass.
Let it pass. Okay. What else? Thought come to your mind. Let it pass. Anything else you can do?
Acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Wonderful. Observe. Yes. Good. I like this group. Observe. And so, people usually when they practice meditation, they don't like thoughts. Sometimes people say, oh, I have so many thoughts, Bhante, I have so many thoughts, my meditation is not good to me, right? So many thoughts. So people trying to practice to be thoughtless. Do you think you can do thoughtless person? You can say, I'm a thoughtful person, right? Not the thoughtless person. So the thoughts is not the problem, how you manage it is the problem. Thoughts are beautiful. If there's no, one man said, oh, my Wednesday night meditation didn't work for me, I'm so upset today, why my meditation didn't go well. I asked, why? So many thoughts. Then I said, okay, let me ask this, what are you doing for living? He said, I'm a bank manager. Okay, tomorrow morning you will work, right? He said, yes, of course I have to go to work. And so now just imagine to yourself, now you are at work, you don't like the thoughts. Now your mind is totally empty. No thoughts at work. Then how do you like it? Then he was looking at me. He said, I don't like it. Then I asked, why? So Bhante, without thought, I can function. I have my thoughts. Then I said, stop complaining then. Thoughts are beautiful. Thoughts are powerful. You can do a lot with your thoughts, but you have to learn how to manage them. If you don't have thoughts, your mind doesn't work. That means you are not meditating. You are dead. So the thoughtless person is like a dead person. So, the word Buddha used for meditation, awakened mind. So the person who is practicing meditation fully awake to what exactly happening in your mind, what exactly happening in your body. So when you have thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, few things I can see people are doing. People, when you have a thought, people like it. Then there's another thought, people don't like it. Like or don't like. And so, when you like it, you want to keep it. If you don't like it, you want to push it away. What we are doing during the meditation? You said it perfectly. You watch them. You said, let it go. Then another thought is coming. Watch them, let it go. Learn something, let it go. So letting go is the whole practice. So most of the other practices, always we try to gain something. Buddhist meditation practitioners are the best losers in the world. They are losing everything. So our goal is to let go and the emptying ourselves. So when we have those feelings, emotions and sensations, what we are doing usually, people express. When you have thoughts, you express them. One is express. When you have anger, today we are going to talk about, when you have anger, people feel, I want to express my anger. When you express, what will happen? What is the result? Huh?
People get hurt.
People get hurt. How you feel after you express? Feel may be better. After you express, yourself feel may be better. But that moment you feel better, maybe later you feel regrettable. Why? As you said, you hurt someone. Sometimes another extreme, we can say one extreme is express, other one is suppress. What will happen when you suppress?
You'll get sick.
Huh?
You'll get sick.
You get sick and it's come twice harder. When you try to suppress something, it will come. So, same thing we are doing with our anger. We express or suppress. So, according to the Buddhist teaching, Buddha said no need to do both of them. What we have to do then? Not express, not suppress. Buddha said analyze. One is analyze. Second one is realize. Instead of express, instead of suppress, we analyze and we realize. How we are analyzing? That's our meditation. We deeply watching and observing, understanding what is this coming from, where it's coming from, analyzing. Then you realize something beautiful about it. So now today everybody are excited to talk about anger. So what are the other synonyms and what are the similar words we are using for anger? Anger is a very common general word. What are the other words? Rage, fear. What else? Wrath. What else? Simple words.
Irritation.
Irritation. How about disappointment? Disappointment still has little anger? Yes. What else?
Frustration.
Frustration. How about dislike? I don't like it. You say, I don't like it. What does that mean? There's a subtle anger is there, right? So there are so many different levels in this anger. So when we are angry, how do you feel? Happy? So I asked one day, how many people like to have anger? One person said, I really like to have anger. I asked why? When I get angry, that's the only time I can control my wife. He said, it is so interesting to me. And so every time when I get angry, that's the only time my wife gets quiet. So that way I really like anger. But you have to understand, when you have anger, nobody like it. Nobody like it. So you have angry friends, do you like them? Still you can say, I like them, but I don't live with them. I can say, I have some friends, they are angry. I cannot live with them, but I like them as a person, as a man or as a woman. So, my experience, I was a little angry monk. I was a little angry monk when I was like 13 years old. It's very interesting, even I shared that story yesterday at the school. So, I don't know, that's my nature. Easily I get angry. Can you see it? I get angry. You don't see it now, right? But my nature, I get angry. Just being honest. Not now, don't worry. I'm talking about 30 years ago. Okay? And so I'm always ready to fight. I'm always ready to stand for the injustice. I'm not afraid to talk. And so I stand for that. That's my nature. So when I was in the school, as a young monk, I had a big fight with my brother monk. Right? Two little monks fighting. And so then what I did, I'm a bad monk, I punched him. Can you believe it? So then that's the first time in the history monk punched other monk. And so anyway, so I'm in trouble and the school goes within 5 minutes and ring the bell, and now it's big assembly because now they have made a decision about me. I punched somebody. And so my ordination teacher, he said, okay, no chance. You are bad. No chance, you have to go home. Then I said, I'm sorry, and please give me one more chance. Then he said no. So anyway, other staff said, okay, we will allow you to take another chance, and they gave me another chance. And so I got a punishment. Now I had go through my punishment. My punishment was every morning, sitting in front of the temple, I chant loving-kindness mantra. Loud. I'm 30 years old, I hate it. Right? I hate it when people are walking back and forth. My teacher is walking by, I have to say it loud. So anyway, it is okay, it is a spiritual chant, I can do that, everything is okay. But in the morning when I do that, my teacher is walking by, then I have to say, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful, all beings be well, happy and peaceful, I have to do it. So then my teacher is walking by. So then he is thinking I'm doing good. Right? Then thing I cannot handle, my brother monk, young brother monk, who is I really don't like, and he also walking by. He's so happy. Why? I'm punished. Then he's looking at me. Hey, you are in trouble. You're kids, and so I cannot handle that. Then I say, I'm well, I'm happy, I'm peaceful, I hate you, I'm well, I'm there. That's how I practice loving kindness when I was a young monk. So I had a lot of anger. And so little by little, I realized this anger is really silently killing me, losing my life. And it is not good for my physical body. It is not good for my name. Everybody doesn't like me. No support for me. I realized little by little. So sometimes people say, Bhante, it is so difficult to practice this. I said, fake it until you make it. Right? So that's what I did. In the beginning, I faked so many years. So it's okay. Anger, when you see anger inside you, don't label yourself, I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person. That moment you feel bad. But after you take that out, you are good again. The analogy Buddha used, some days we cannot see the sunshine. What does that mean? Some mornings we cannot see sunshine. What does that mean? Clouds. When you have so many clouds, sun is covered. So next day, when the cloud shifting away, what will happen? You can see sunshine again. Same thing. Today, this moment you feel bad. Depend on that story. Don't decide I'm a bad person. You are not. It makes sense? So that's the natural thing people always experience. And also, when people get angry, what will happen to them? What are the benefits we have? First thing, what are the benefits when you get angry? That man said, he can control wife. So that's his benefit. Do you have any benefit when you get angry?
Release your stress.
I can.
Release your stress.
Release your stress. Okay. Okay. What else? That it is not the permanent solution for that, right? Yeah, it is not a permanent solution. Anything?
Well, some people say that it motivates them, like the social justice part, right? Where it motivates people to act on things that they don't feel are right.
Yeah, but I think people see the good side of it. You can learn from it. But people, most of the time, if they get angry, they don't see the good side. They always see the bad side. So then I feel when you get angry, more than you gaining something, you are losing. You are losing your friendship, you are losing your good spirit, good energy, the good whatever good things you have, you lose everything. And also you get in a corner, you are walking away from the society, why people don't want to make a connection with you. Right? It is very negative. So when you get angry, what will happen to your face?
Get wrinkles.
Right, wrinkles, right? It's turned into ugly. Right? What has happened? Your words mumbling. You cannot talk. Your eyes get red. Your blood is boiling inside. So that means it is not good for your health. It is not good for your health. So somebody, actually one of my doctors said, and so some people, not everybody, some people who experience physical cancers, they have background being angry, being negative, neglecting themselves, and so there's a possibility, when you get angry. So what I'm suggesting to people, anger has a zero benefit. Anger has a zero benefit, and so when you have anger, nobody wants to get close to you. So now there's a research in University of Wisconsin, they did it in the United States. They put all the Vaishnava Buddhist monk head and asked him to practice opposite of anger. What is the opposite of anger? Practicing loving kindness. So when you practice loving kindness, they found in that research boosting their immune system. Boosting their immune system. That means when you get angry, you can see what will happen to your physical body. When you get angry, tight, stressed out. So all those negative energy come to your bloodstream. When you get angry, all your negative energies come to your bloodstream. Then you are making poison inside you. When you are practicing loving kindness, you are giving all the positive energies to your bloodstream. Of course, it will help you to boosting your immune system. And also it says a person who practices opposite of anger, loving kindness, he or she is smiling lot. Smiling lot. That means 300 facial muscles are stimulated. 300 facial muscles are stimulated. So that means this loving kindness is a very powerful tool. Powerful tool. I think my own experience, after I practice loving kindness, I learned that deeper practice, I changed all my life. All my life. Forget about the other people, I changed myself. I changed myself. Because of that, how many thousand people changed? I didn't ask people to change. I just changed myself. Now think about what Hitler did 75 years ago. Still people carrying it? Yes, still people carrying that, what he did. So now think about what Buddha did 2600 years ago. Still people carrying that good thing. That's why we are here, name of the Buddha, sitting here and practicing. Think about if one person did something good for their own mind, it will help so much, tremendously. It's helping to the world. That means I'm always suggesting people, when you are turning into meditation practice, you are not just helping yourself, you are just helping more world. You are just helping more world. And also other side of anger, then we can give a lot of questions. Other side of anger. So when we practice loving kindness and opposite of anger, people think sometimes people misuse us. Our Bhante is so loving, I can tell anything, I can talk to him anything. Do you think it's right thing? People misusing you when you are loving? Do you like it? No, right? So I tell you a story. It's a cobra story. Okay? There was a cobra. One day cobra experienced monk. There was a monk. He was meditating, practicing on loving kindness. Then cobra is a poisoner. Cobra was thinking, oh, that's great. He's doing a great meditation. I want to learn how to practice loving kindness. Reached to the monk and bowed to him and said, hey monk, I want to practice loving kindness. Please teach me. Then monk said, sure, keep your back straight and close your eyes. And so what I had to do? Then monk said, oh, chant to yourself, I am well, I am happy and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. That is your meditation practice. Then cobra said, okay, sure, I will do it, I love it. Then he is sitting side of the forest and practicing loving kindness meditation every day. One evening, he experienced woman came to the forest and looking for some firewood and looking for something to wrap them, bundle them up. Then she experienced there's like a dark kind of rope. There's cobra. She was thinking there's a rope and grab it and bundle them up with the firewood. Now she carried it home. Now cobra cannot do anything. He's so much pain. Why he cannot do things? Because monk said, don't hurt anybody while you are practicing loving kindness. Be kind to yourself, be kind to her. Then anyway, the cobra all the pain, and after she released him, he came to the monk and said, monk, look, because of your stupid loving kindness meditation, I am in trouble, I am in pain, look at my body, I am injured. Then monk started laughing. Monk started laughing and said, you didn't practice loving kindness. Then cobra said, no, you are the one who asked me to do that. I did it. I did it. Exactly what you said. Then monk laughed again and said, no, you didn't practice loving kindness. You practice foolishness. You practice foolishness. Then monk adds something else to that. Even you are practicing loving kindness, somebody tried to hurt you, what you have to do as a cobra? As a cobra, what cobra doing? Not bites. First, before the bites, warning. How is it? Right? Hiss is for the hiss. You have to hiss. You have to show them I'm a cobra. You have to hiss, but without poison. Get the message? As a cobra, you have to hiss, but do it without poison. But what we are doing, we hiss, we poison too. So that's our anger. So you can hiss, even you are practicing loving kindness, you can say things, but don't do it angrily, with anger. Otherwise people misuse you. So I think now I want to actually more than talking myself, and so if you can bring more questions regarding that matter, I can give you more details. So what are the difficulties and challenges we have?
According to my view, there are two types of anger. The selfish type of anger, where you're acting out of anger from selfish motivation, and there's a more selfless anger. For example, in the New Testament of the Bible, Lord Jesus Christ, he fashioned a whip out of cords, and he angrily drove the money changers out of the temple because in defense of his father in heaven, against that practice. And if you're a parent, and your child becomes disrespectful, and what is it legitimate in your view to be angry at the child? Without, I mean, in a loving way, of course, not in a selfish way.
Yeah, I think when we experience that kind of thing as a child, when you get angry, when you are telling child what to do, I don't think it's beneficial. In that moment, child will do it because of fear to the father or whoever being it. But there is no understanding, deep understanding. As a good practice in a mindfulness practice, what we have to do is take a little bit of time for you, and so you have to sit down and explain to the child, this is the consequences, this is what's happening, and if you do this, this may happen. If you do this, this may happen. It's taking a little bit of time, but the process is better. Right? Otherwise, you are always thinking about yourself, and this is the right thing I'm doing, but it's really hurting to yourself and the child more. And also, you lose the child anyway. Because the child doesn't like that kind of, being Dhamma all the time. And I was in Dubai, one kid said, I know my parents are doing good, they love me, but always they are giving me Dhamma talks. I don't like it. Actually, she used that word, the Dhamma talks. My father is always giving me a Dhamma talk. And then I said, Dhamma talks are good. That's what I said. Then she said, yes, Dhamma talks are good, but they don't do it. They think I am the only one who has to do it. So, your experience, the good thing about your experience, you recognize it. That means your meditation works. You can see what you are talking about. Some people, they don't see it. Some people always think, I'm right. The children are wrong. Yeah, which is good. Any other questions? About anger? Everyday life? What are the challenges?
How do you handle a person who always is speaking bad of other person?
Okay. And the nature of the people, because we can control others, the word in our mouth, what they are using, right? And we can control what other people say or do. If you hear somebody is doing like positive, bad things about other people, if you can help that person to be mindful about it, you can help. Otherwise, you have to walk away from the situation. You are not participating in that. That's how I am doing it. And sometimes some situation I say to some people, when you have some free time, I like to talk to you. That means I'm making an appointment to talk to that person if I feel comfortable to say that to that person. If not, that person is really engaging. If I can walk away from the situation, I am so quiet. I don't show anything to them. Because first I have to protect myself. Otherwise I am participating in that garbage. Yeah. So, anything else? Yes.
One of my challenges is sometimes the anger happens so fast. So, like for example, if you get cut off in traffic or somebody says something about you, and it's just so fast that you just feel your blood rising. You feel that right away. So, do you have any guidance around how do you slow it down in the moment?
In the moment, only thing. So that is the only time you are meditating, if you get it. So that kind of situation, if you can catch it up quickly, that means you are the greatest meditation practicer. So I have my own experience about you as a bit of driving or something, right? So you can see I'm a monk and I'm driving a lot here in the United States all the time because I have to go place to place. Sometimes lots of traffic. United States also the same. And so one day I was driving. I think I was a little speed up, and so the police stopped. Can you believe? Police stopped, police marked. And so then he said, okay, your speed he showed me. Yes, I did it. And so then he said, I'm going to give you a ticket. Fine. So then I can say, okay, then that moment, as you said, I felt I'm angry. Angry with few things. I'm angry with myself because I was not paying attention. I didn't pay attention to the speed. I just speed up, and now I'm in trouble. Now in the United States, no chance. And so then he very beautiful way he came to me and said, this is what you did. This, look at your speed limit. And so, excuse me, sir, I'm very sorry. This is your ticket. That he gave me a fine. Now that moment, I got angry, and same time quickly I recognized the problem. Yes, I lost money. I lost my money, but the good thing, I don't lose my mind. Otherwise, I am the one losing both. I lose my money, I lose my peace. The $100 is already gone, but I kept my peacefulness. I'm mindful to pick that one. So my suggestion is quickly figure it out. Otherwise, you are the loser. You are losing many things. So in that moment, you can bring your mindfulness. Okay, wherever, the Saturday morning I am doing my mindfulness practice. This is my mindfulness meditation right now. If you can face to that situation without harming or hurting yourself, you are the greatest meditation practice. Recognizing, identifying your anger, and also the next thing, you have to watch for the cause. Where this anger coming from? When you get angry, ask yourself, why do I get angry? Did you ask that question? That's how I solve my problem. I always ask, why do I get angry? When you raise that question, what is the answers come to you? Why do I get angry? Why do you get angry?
Somebody cuts you off in traffic.
Right, cut you off. Yes. What else?
Sometimes the things that make you angry are just triggers. Sometimes the reason for your reaction is one thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Latent
trauma from
behavior.
childhood.
Yes.
Stuff like that. So how do you address that when that's more long term?
Yeah. So I think that's a really good area. Most of our anger related to our childhood experiences with our parents. What happened, right? So what happened when you meditate, when you come to, especially longer period of meditation, like retreats, so that whatever you repress, I said the word repress, they are coming to the surface. When they come to the surface, if you don't recognize them clearly, you are in trouble. So that's why I said you have to look for where it is coming from, look for the root. Then when you dig into the road, you can see something childhood experience, something happened with your father, something happened with your brother or mother or whoever in your family or another friend. You are really clinging to it. You are really clinging to it. Lots of anger, hatred inside it. You are not ready to forgive. What does that mean? You are not ready to let it go. All in that, the negative experience, you are carrying it into your life. So what I'm suggesting, when you are practicing meditation, when you experience those things, then you have to ask yourself, why am I holding this ugly, negative experience in my whole life? Is there benefit? No. I had let it go. Instead of being angry with those experiences, you have to add a little bit more love in that experience, kindness to that experience. That's a human thing. Everybody does mistake. Why I cannot forgive that person? If you can forgive that person or situation, that means you are the one holding it. We cannot get angry with that person. You are angry with yourself. This will really take some time. So most of our anger-related issues are latent. Many years of experience suppressing, holding, not sharing, not telling anybody. I know many experiences like that in the United States. So why we get angry? Things are not going the way we want. Why you get angry with your boss? Why you get angry with your child? Right? Why you get angry with the traffic? Traffic is not moving very well the way I want. But you are the only person in this world? No. There are so many other people in the world. There are so many other, maybe think about behind or in front of you somebody is very slow. Who knows what is happening in his life or her life? Maybe that person is really sick on the hospital. Try to pick up the child or something, having painful experience. So always we are selfish. We are always thinking about ourselves. So what I'm suggesting, observe that anger. Where it is coming from. Understand we cannot control the things where we move. So some days are very sunny. Then some people complain about the sun. Oh, it's too hot. Now these days in Chicago is so cold. I don't like it. But what can I do? Nothing. However, next the 4 months I have to handle it. Now I keep thinking, being in this warm weather, oh my God, 17 I will be back in Chicago. All the boots, jackets, personally I don't like it. But no options. Suffering is optional. Right? Suffering is optional. Totally up to you. You have to decide. When we get angry, always we try to control.
So what I'm hearing is that the practice is not about stopping the liking and the not liking.
Right.
It's being aware that you don't like something, even if you're a monastic.
Yeah.
You're still allowed to not like something, but yet be aware and not react to that and keep balance.
Yeah, because be aware. So what people try to do, push everything away. It's impossible. You cannot push everything away from your life. When you try to push, it's coming. Now sometimes you are, when you are cleaning the house, it's I don't know. We do it here also in the United States. Sometimes when guests are coming to the house, we don't have time to clean. What we are doing? Collect everything, put it to the, inside the closet. We call the closet cabinet or something like that. Push and close the door. Then house is so clean. The friends are coming. Oh wow, your house is so clean. It's so beautiful. How come you keep it like this? And right? So then you forget. I'm a good person. I clean always, and you like to pretend. Then you totally forget what you did. Then you want to get something from the cabinet.
Oops.
Then you get and open it. Then everything falling into your head. Same thing we are doing with our life. We push everything away. When we push things, then we forget. We push it in. When you open it, it's again come to your life. But mindfulness practice really dig into the roots of the problem. Root of the problem. Now we have a problem. If we have a problem, then what is the root for it? Then have to look for the root for the problem. Then solution. How to make the solution? What is that? In the Buddhist teaching. 4 things we talk about. What is the 4 things we are talking about in the Buddhist teaching? 4 noble truths. Now think how simple is the problem. First for the problem, solution, finding the solution. So that's the 4 noble truths. So every situation in our life, it doesn't matter what we are doing, you can use those 4 noble truths to fix the problem. Anything else?
How are you able to discern when it's wise action to avoid something that triggers your anger. For example, instead of driving, you take an Uber, or if you're in Chicago, it's too cold, you move to another place. How do you know that it's wise for you to avoid it instead of staying in it and boil in that?
Yeah, this is how I am deciding, and actually this is the police way. When we make the decisions, two things we can consider. It is harmful to me. It is harmful to me or harmful to others. Don't do it. So these days I don't know my mind. When talking about living in Chicago, my mind coming towards Asia. Right after 20 years living in the United States, now mine is really very fast coming towards. My mind keeps telling me, you have to move to Asia. You have to move to Asia again. That's the place for you today. Sometimes I'm thinking maybe it's a big decision or too much take the decision to decide that. And so, but what I'm doing now these days, I just live with it. I'm not pushing it away. I'm not, thinking something wrong with me. I just live with it. Then I say, when I meditate with it, it will guide me to the right place. That's what I'm doing. But still, it's not life-threatening for me. It is not hurting to anybody. And so I live with it. So that's what I'm suggesting. You have to decide. That's a good measurement. How is it affect to me? How is it affect to other people? If it really bad affect you, right away you have to change. If bad effect to so many people around you, don't do it. Yeah, very simple, right? Very simple to think. Anything else?
How to deal with the angry child?
Angry child. Then the best way to deal with it, think when you are in that age, how you deal with it. That's what I'm always asking, when we have angry children, when you are in the same age, how I behave. How I behave. And also, that's number one. Number two, always we have to show love and kindness to the child. Always we have to find time to spend time with the child. And always, what parents is doing with the children, try to control it. You are bad, I'm the father, I'm the mother. Listen, that's what parents are doing. Children don't like that. So even child get angry, still father or mother has to be the same compassion, same kindness for the child. When child is calm mindset, then you can say, my dear, I want to talk to you, how about this? Okay, you can tell him a story about and how to eliminate anger. There are so many other tools we have used. Maybe you can take him to walk and maybe play. Then start talking about it. Then children will listen to it. Children are really distracting sometimes and annoying, but they really get it. They really, really get it. So, like 2-3 days ago, I was doing a long day teaching for young adults, the teenagers. Some parents were there too. And so the one father driving me to the airport, he said, Bhante, during your talk, I saw my son having a lip balm, the lip balm, and he's looking at you doing something really like looking at you, listening to you, he's really engaged with that. Then I got so mad middle of the talk. Then I hit him. Stop. Bhante is talking. Listen. Then he was looking at you. What's wrong with you or something like that? Then I felt I did something wrong too. I said, I will tell you another story. One time, one of my friends, close friends, he's invited me to his office to get something. I went to his office. He's a very, wonderful business owner. He's sitting on his computer in the office table, working so hard, typing very fast. I saw one teaspoon on his mouth. Like a teaspoon, like we are eating something. He's not eating something, but one big teaspoon is in his mouth. But he's working. Then I was looking at him, I'm very close with him. I pulled his spoon out, right? And then he said, Bhante, don't do that, I'm working. I said, with this spoon? Yes. I said, what is the benefit of this spoon? But they are paying attention. Without spoon, I cannot pay attention. Always when he is typing, he put the spoon instinctively to the mouth. Then I felt that boy, little boy, is really playing and looking at me and playing with the lip balm. Maybe he's really paying attention. Then father said, that's totally right. That's why he was looking at me, what's wrong with you? Don't bother me. That's why child looking at the father, I realized he's a good kid. I said, your child is a really good kid, why you bother? But he is not really paying. We think paying attention is really like this. Maybe it is not. This makes sense? Sometimes people need some kind of tools, the holding it. So you have to use many different techniques to deal with the child. Anything else?
There's a story about cleaning your house and putting the stuff inside the closet. Then eventually when you look at your closet, it will be more than would it be better if you like just throw everything away?
No. So this is not throwing everything away. And so what you have to do, even if things are around it, you have to be mindful with them, how to deal with them. But you have to clean them and you have to separate them, keep, like a separate step. Not unconsciously push it in. That's what people are doing. So you can see all your garbage and everything. You know they are garbage, then you keep them aside mindfully and lovingly. Later I will take care of it. But when you are put into the cabinet or closet, you are unconscious. You are not mindful about it. Just hide it. But you see the problem, you keep it away, not inside the the closet, keep it away, then later you can handle it. You have to pay a little wise attention to it, even it is negative. But people don't. Make sense? Anything else? Okay, what we can do, we can stand up and stretch, and so then we can practice meditation a little bit. After that, we can ask more questions. Okay, please find a very comfortable position. Keep your back straight. Gently close your eyes. Take few deep, long breaths and relax your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Understand all of the different parts of your body individually and see if they are relaxed. Feel your tension or strain. Anywhere you find tension or strain, concentrate your mind on that area and allow it to release and relax. Experienced relaxation and peace. Feel harmony with your body. Feel close to yourself. Now send your loving thoughts towards yourself, thinking, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Understand the meaning of each word clearly and deeply, then repeat it to yourself. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Having right motivation towards yourself, now slowly turn your attention to the subtle sensation of the breath. Every breath you take in, you take out is taken mindfully. If you are distracted by a thought or a feeling or a sensation, bring your attention back to the breath, focus on the